to the ULI podcast, a podcast dedicated to calling out your friends' bullshit. We are unmuted.
Are we? That's fair.
I'm Brian.
It's Chris.
It's favorite piehead Sir D's, and I almost thought of something to say at the last minute, and it's funny because things be coming to me when the countdown be going.
Hey, you like, gotta get it out.
I was gonna say, I was like, nope, not this.
Yeah.
But like every other week, we are back. We live again to kick that shit, have a good time. And
We got theme song,
I
y'all.
love that it now has gone from any other week to every other week, but please go ahead.
it's every other week.
That's real good word usage.
Theme song, y'all.
I'm sorry,
We got two theme songs.
What you know about?
But you know, we'll bring those up later. But every other week. Sorry, Chris, we interrupted.
Go ahead.
Kicking that
Sorry.
shit.
Yeah.
You know, y'all know how we do. We
Big
like
message,
to have a good time.
You can write a song about it.
It's all a free flowing machine, you know what I'm saying? But we are here to entertain the people, have a good time, talk about the stuff we see, you know, scrolling down our timeline, same kind of stuff y'all probably seen. It's been an interesting couple of
Or in y'all news channels, if
News
y'all still watch
channels.
TV news.
well, you know. But yeah, you might come across some of the same stories, yeah, for sure. For sure. Y'all probably seen some of the same stuff. We're gonna talk about it here on that platform like we do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We come with a lot of call outs on here. You know what I'm saying? We see one of us talking about something they don't really know about, spreading that misinformation. Line, as they like to call it. We like to call it out. And those call outs come with punishments. Punishments could be in the form of a shot, cash app, the 805 Entertainment, support our business, or the Stay Ready push-ups. Push-ups that can be called out at any moment in time and recorded and shared with the people. Any other punishment we can come up with. That could be a TikTok challenge. That could be something suggested from the crowd because we appreciate the participation. You know, y'all can call us out too. We will call y'all out when y'all be in the comments wrong too. So it'll go both ways.
Yeah.
If you're gonna call us out, you better know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because the whole point is the fact check. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna do here. So topics for tonight, we got them stacked up. I'm gonna come at y'all. Y'all might have seen it. A viral video went crazy. A dad standing up for his kid. You know what I'm saying? Amongst the bullies of the world. He's a vigilante out here, really. He's doing the Lord's work. But we're gonna talk about it. Was he right? Was he wrong?
Yeah. I didn't click on this, so that'll be a fresh react for me.
Well, then I think I'm gonna come in with the state of our union today because we may be in for World War III coming up. If nothing else, we definitely World War tariffs. So shit.
We'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it.
We will talk about it,
And,
Brian.
my subject's not too far off the mark. That's right. Bill Burr versus Ben. I keep forgetting. There's so much stuff happens. We drop so much stuff in our feed that I don't remember what I picked. But Bill Burr versus Ben Shapiro. Basically, just talking about the whole. It's part of a larger discussion, but whether or not it was ethical or whether it was understandable, the whole CEO assassination and stuff like that, you know. So the Luigi's back. He came back around. We're gonna talk about it one more time. Yeah. And we tried Gioni, whatever his name is.
Look, y'all, and we are really trying not to have every episode be consumed by Donald Trump and what's going on. That's not the goal, but because we have such a polarizing figure in office right now, it's almost impossible to like avoid him completely. So y'all bear with us.
And he's doing unprecedented things.
Yeah.
So, we gonna talk about it.
Gioni.
I was like, you gonna be humming something.
You won. That's my nigga.
Man,
you won.
But yeah, y'all know how we do. You'll have a good time here talking about all that. But make sure in the meantime, and as we are doing that, visit us. We got a whole site, a whole operation set up to do our thing. Visit us on 805ent.com. Support.
Right.
Get the merch. There's new merch on there, some new stuff. So hopefully here soon we can start giving away some stuff. That's one of our goals on the show this year, to be able to give away some merch to the loyal followers that keep on watching us and sharing. Thank you for the shares.
Yeah.
By the
Like,
way,
share,
before we even went
subscribe,
live, we had
y'all,
got a
for real.
couple handfuls of shares.
If our merch site is less than satisfactory, we will look into it. We'll see if we can
and do what
make
we
that
got to do,
adjustment.
make adjustments and all that kind of stuff.
So,
We do have the operation going, so go ahead and look there. Support all of our stuff at the 805ent.com site. That includes the Blow by Blow. One of our other projects that we do for all you action fans that love to see the Blow by Blow. Check that out. That's also on 805ent. Shout out to Maury, the brother of the show.
Yeah, shout out.
We got to get him back on here. It's better than the man.
J Will. Well, what I don't remember the numbers.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm pulling it up now. Oh no, it's Joshua 15.
There you go on the
Snapchat. There you go.
Snapchat.
Shout out. Don't worry.
Shoot.
The podcast.
Right. I'm ready. Y'all got anything else?
I think we're good. I had something, but I don't even remember what it was. I don't even know why I said anything.
Well, we're gonna get into these topics. Let's get it.
Oh snap! That's my sign.
Do it slower.
And we're back.
And we're black and proud.
We're brothers.
Hey, here we go. My topic for tonight. I saw this clip. I had a good conversation at work about it. It's controversial, maybe. Necessary, maybe. But I'm gonna let the guy frame it in this video. It's only a minute long. He does
controversial, definitely.
So I'm gonna let him do the talking, and we can just talk about it, after.
It's definitely controversial, though.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I just want to.
Y'all may have seen it. Scrolling on it.
Here we go.
Y'all might have had some comments.
I just wanted to make sure it was presentable.
Have you guys seen this video that's going around? So this father who's holding the hand of his son, who seems to be maybe 7 or 8 years old, takes him to the park to confront this teenage girl who's maybe 13 or 14 about the fact that she's bullying his son, and the father tells her that she needs to immediately stop. And right after telling her this, she proceeds to bully his son right in front of his face, so the father responds by open hand uppercut smacking her right across the face.
My son, you can't say. You can't say that one to my son, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
I don't think he should have hit her, but parents are taking bullying a lot more seriously nowadays, especially because children are literally dying because of it. And many parents will take this up with the school or even the other child's parents.
That really is it.
There is a longer part of that video though where you see the energy completely shift in the crowd
With
behind
the audience
it.
behind it.
Where they completely jumped on his side, and while nobody said nothing to the little girl about bullying the nigga.
All that beforehand, right? There's a lot there, right? So you got the little boy. I guess we start there. Who is upset. He's bullied. He's feeling small.
Why am I smiling?
It's fun. It was funny. Sometimes justice makes you laugh.
No, people, it's a nervous reaction. I don't know.
Shoot.
I
found some comedy in that. I think,
deep inside.
sometimes you get a receipt paid back.
These are not tears of joy. No, they're not.
But you had the little boy there. He been bullied. He went and told his dad. Dad shows up doing what a dad would do in that moment. If my son came to me, I'm getting picked on, bullied, whatever. Nobody doing nothing. Kids take their life nowadays. Y'all made that point. That's been a thing. Kids taking their life over bullying in this climate.
Deleting themselves because of that bullying shit.
So it's something I would take seriously as a parent.
We ain't gotta like it. You ain't gotta believe it, accept it, or something. Oh, that's that weak shit. That's fine, but it's happening. And if you don't want that to be your child, you better take that shit serious.
Do
if they
something.
come to you with that bullying.
So I'm not mad at him going to. Maybe he went through the other channels, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go tell this little girl. I'm gonna go tell this little girl to her face. This is not allowed. The audacity.
Hold on.
The audacity.
She was super disrespectful.
The audacity.
So you already know these kids these days, they're not like us. We were raised with a lot more respect, and we had disrespectful friends that we knew.
Seen disrespect.
We seen disrespect.
I played it again. He gave me the run back.
Oh God! You can't do that. That is so wrong.
But to Sherman point, do you hear him in the background? Do you hear all the onlookers who at first are hyping her up as she's going on with the whatever the bullying was, whatever the term she was saying to the little boy? She bent down, got all on his face, cut the eyes at the dad.
Okay.
The whole nine.
So
But readdress the son after he said, "Leave my child alone."
Yeah.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead. Get it on.
There's two things here, right? There's two things can be true, right? All right. So number one, this was a bully. This was for sure a bully. This was a person who ignored the consequences of their actions and just followed through to do what they wanted to do, and really just dared whatever happens to happen to whatever happens.
Do something.
Yeah, do something. Really, like right in front of a grown ass man, this bully, decides to go ahead and continue to, go after their child. That was really stupid. Okay, that's number one. Number two, as a grown ass man, you just cannot.
You can't.
Unless this person is physically assaulting your child, you can't attack a minor. You just can't attack a minor.
He lost his cool.
Listen, man.
There's a lot of nuance in this.
I understand.
Somebody need to discipline this baby.
Yes.
This baby is walking around this world, not just like in her house or whatever, with a lack of discipline.
Yes.
And that the least that could happen to her in this world is somebody giving her a gentle face touching.
Not just that. This looked like an interaction between two migrant type families.
It was a cultural thing going on. Yeah.
We know like that not everybody's culture is like us in America.
That's conjecture. Oh, you're saying, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay, never mind.
In other cultures, they are a lot harsher on girls than they are on their boys, and they don't have the same like restraints or restrictions that we have when it's like, don't hit girls,
Sherman rights and all that.
Sherman, I'll do you one better. They're not harsher on girls. They just don't treat them more different. Like if you gonna get smacked in the face, whether you
that's part of the nuance. Yeah, that's part of the nuance.
Harsher. He's saying harsher, but really what he's saying is like a girl might get treated the same way a boy will get treated in the same situation.
And culturally, that could be totally acceptable within that.
That's what I was getting at. That in our culture, we know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To us, we're like, no, you don't do that. But in other, it ain't being that big a deal to him. Now, I can't imagine being the dad of the daughter.
Oh no!
Here's a good question, Sherman. What soil are they standing on? Is this American soil? It doesn't matter.
We got Americans doing Roman salutes and getting fucking passes for it, and we're not in Rome.
A salute is not an uppercut.
I'm just saying.
But it can also be a community of people.
What I'm saying is the soil thing argument obviously is not a defining factor in how people move in America.
No, because they can have a community of that culture living here in America that still operate under their.
Have you been to a Chinatown in any major city?
Yeah,
it's literally like being in Little China. Yeah. It's not like being in America, China. You go to these places.
But if I was the dad of the girl, for one, my child would not be acting like that.
Yes,
and if I got wind that my child would acting like that, I'm on her ass.
Right.
But in the same breath, if I found out you put your hands on my daughter like that, I got to kill you.
My daughter?
I got to kill you now. And I don't know nobody who wouldn't justify what I'm doing.
I'm coming with the blicky on.
It's blicky and the icky. It has to happen, right? Like
I promise. What?
And she was in the wrong.
And the girl was completely in the wrong. But again, nuance. I'm the dad of the daughter. I don't care what my daughter did.
No. I'm sorry, man. If a grown man upper hand like slapped one of my daughters, I don't care what my daughter was doing. Me and that dude gonna have words.
It got to happen.
And it's not really gonna be words.
Got to happen.
Words is a lie. It's not gonna be words. Literally, I'm just gonna identify like, oh, are you the guy that had problems with my?
Because now if I don't shoot you, I'm going to beat you up, and then we can talk about the situation.
I'm not going to shoot you.
No. We can talk because my daughter actually was doing something to your child. So we can talk about.
But my daughter didn't put no hands on your child.
But we don't know that. We don't know that.
In that moment, she didn't.
Oh yeah.
So if you come in with a premeditated thing, I'm even more on your ass.
You're right.
Where's your level-headedness as an adult in the situation?
If that's my daughter from that footage,
level-headed.
From that footage,
he was angry when he smacked her.
I'm talking about if she came with premeditated. If he came like, oh, you put hands on my kid.
If that's my daughter from that footage,
I'm saying
premeditated.
But I'm saying
that was a reaction.
But I'm saying that was a reaction. He was still cool.
That was a reaction.
Yeah.
That
nigga was calm.
That was dumb. You don't know.
Hey, don't even address my son no more. Just don't talk to him. Don't nothing.
She could have been like, okay.
She said, bye.
Back to it.
And that nigga without missing a beat.
Yeah.
Someone must told you wrong.
Yeah.
Because in his mind, probably when a child is disobedient, disrespectful, you get punished. Bow. And he probably from a time where the parent will probably get the child because the other parent had to discipline the child. That's the era I grew up in.
It took a village, right?
No other grown up.
They say take a village. What happened to the village, man?
Okay. Well, what I'm trying to figure out is what exactly are you trying to say? Is what he did okay, or is it not okay?
I'm saying there's nuance in from each position of the parent.
But what's your opinion? Is what he did okay, or is it not okay?
It is not okay.
I'm going to go on. Yeah,
But-
I'm going to go on my. I'm going to put myself on the line and say, no, that's not okay. You can't do that.
I think we all agree
You can't do
that
that.
in general that it's not okay for a grown man to
I
go
just
around
want to make sure
slapping
there's a
little
best. I just
kids.
want to
Yeah, but
double
I can
check.
see
and
how
make
he
the
got
best.
there.
That's the easy answer. Why would
Yeah.
we talk about the easy
It's not the
answer?
easy
can see
answer.
how
I just
he
want
got
to
there.
double check. I know
That part
everybody
we
ain't on the
agree
same wavelength sometime. What was you saying, Chris?
I said I can see how he got there.
Yeah.
Like how he ended up
Yes. Yeah,
smacking
for sure.
this.
Not only can I see
Audacious
how he
little
got
girl.
there, I can
sure.
see myself being there too one day. And I don't even have no kids. Let one of my nieces and nephews come up to me and tell me some little motherfucker bigger than them fucking with them like that. And
There was a
and then
difference.
they get into like a disrespectful situation with me. Yeah, I may thump your ass too, or a backhand, or a little something too. I
For
can
sure
see
feel the
myself
urge.
being that person. I can also see myself being the other person in defense of the child that got hit.
Sherman,
I can see both
you would
sides.
never uppercut a child. You just wouldn't do that. That's
I don't
just
think
real.
he uppercutted
Yeah,
the child.
It was an upper. That was for sure.
That was not an uppercut. It was an open
You
hand
a
slap.
goddamn lie.
Okay, I thought you were lying somewhere.
Okay, look at the unedited version. It was an open hand slap.
Well, okay, the upper part of it is in question.
That was in an
now.
uppercut.
Did he come? Did he
An
come?
uppercut, nigga. An uppercut is an uppercut. Don't change
He
definitions
said
on me.
upper with the slap though. You said slap.
He said it's not okay to uppercut children. It wasn't an uppercut.
I didn't add the slap at the end because I've
didn't
said
add
it
the
like
slap.
5 times during the video. That's not.
I'm
or
saying
are
it
we really
wasn't
not
an
going to get the
uppercut.
benefit of the? Okay,
Hop onto my son, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
you tell me.
It wasn't an uppercut. Her face was down here. Uppercut is coming from the bottom.
It
to
came
reach her
from the
face
bottom.
up here.
It came from the bottom of the region.
She put her face in slap.
She bent
He
down.
went to the side almost. He didn't even come up. Look, her face is down. It wasn't even an
He
up.
didn't come up.
That's all he did. Came up. Where's that coming from?
He down here
I
with
just
it.
want to
It's
see.
at his size.
I just want to see where that's
He's
coming
not
from.
coming across his body. He's going
Okay.
a
He
little
is
bit,
coming
but-
across.
a little bit, but
No, but y'all not gonna sit here and play me, bro. What does an uppercut look like? Uppercut comes from the bottom to reach your face at the top. It's not coming down here to hit your face where it's leveled at.
Sherman,
Her face
man.
is down there.
Are we doing this right now?
Yes.
We're doing this right now. Are we disputing that this is?
look at my uppercut.
His hand went right across his stomach. It goes right across his stomach. How is that an uppercut?
Let me see.
He goes right across his stomach. How is that an uppercut? How is this motion an uppercut? Even if you come from here to here, how is this an uppercut? It's not an uppercut, bro. Look up an uppercut. Type in.
Look up uppercut. That's
Come
where we
on.
at with it. For what though?
Look up general
For what
vision.
though? Because I feel like I'm in
I didn't call out.
Because I feel like I'm in this now.
20 push-ups on the spot.
Ooh, on the spot. Why did I get in it?
Yeah. All right. Well, what do we
Generic video of an uppercut.
We
Yeah,
got
just say uppercut.
2 minutes. The proper way to throw an uppercut. We're about to. Sorry, everybody. Bear with us.
It's not our fault. It's
It
YouTube's
gets so
fault.
petty.
Straight up.
Stop.
Okay, stop.
Boom. He did.
Wait, go back. That was an X. That was an X. Go
He
back.
said that was not it though.
Go back. That was an X. What did he say?
He said that is not an
What did he
uppercut.
say? He said not.
He did punch across. He didn't put his hip into it.
Oh, that was an X.
My biggest argument could be it'd be a
That was an
it was
X.
the X, but it'd be a poorly thrown uppercut, but
No,
still
he said this is not an uppercut.
a poorly executed.
It doesn't matter. The example you guys are using disagree with y'all. The example you're using disagrees with y'all.
Stop.
He
it.
said what
Stop.
the dude did.
Stop. At best,
So now I gotta
At
stop
best-
because I'm defending my
at
point.
best, it was an incorrect uppercut. It was still an uppercut.
How can you say that when your example just did what he did and said this is not an uppercut?
He did say that was not it.
That was your example. I didn't pick that example.
He said how to throw an uppercut.
A
He
poorly
didn't say,
thrown uppercut.
yeah, a poorly thrown uppercut is still an uppercut.
No, he's saying that's not an uppercut.
There's uppercut
That doesn't
slap,
look
bro.
nothing like what he just did.
There's uppercut
It looks
slap.
like the X. It looks like what he did on the video, the part that had the X on it.
Because the X was an uppercut.
So you're really not conceding. We're just
no,
gonna
I'm
look-
not going to concede that because your example didn't agree with you.
Okay. Well, how do we to
What do you say, comments?
right now.
Put it in the
Put in
comments.
the comments. What do y'all say?
Settle a debate here.
What do y'all say?
Uppercut or nay?
Mm.
Are there any comments? How do you check the comments?
Let's see. As a parent, let's see. All right, we got some win. As a parent, I wouldn't have put hands on the other kid, but I would be taking it seriously. Right. Any grown man put hands on my daughter would be.
Come on.
That's what I said. With the blicky.
An uppercut is with a fist, is what Tanisha says. So it would have to be an unblurred version to determine the call out. It was a slap.
I've seen the uncut version.
It was
a slap. So your thing is that it's a slap, and that uninforms it.
Uppercuts can only be fists.
And so because I didn't say
It
uppercut
doesn't even
slap,
fucking matter because your example proved that I was right.
no,
Your example proved that I
I'm
was
feeling
right.
poorly thrown uppercut.
nah.
But y'all let us know in the comment. How about that? And then we can decide that way.
Yeah, let us.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
That's probably where we can wrap up right there, most likely. Yeah, let us know in the comment who won that you a lie and how y'all feel about slapping people's kids.
And bullying.
Hey, bullying's out. That's out. Come on, 2025. That's
There you go.
Some people don't care about it.
Some don't.
And we're back. Apologies, everybody. Yeah. I didn't take it off screen sharing. It was bad. Yeah. This is harder than it looks.
It's a juggling.
It's harder than it looks. For real.
It's
it
a
is.
juggling act
For real. All right.
This is my turn?
Anyway.
Yeah, it's you, brother.
It's your turn.
Can we exit?
Coming to the stage.
Exit. Where's my glasses?
I don't know.
I left them in the fucking bathroom.
God damn.
Well,
But we're live.
you're gonna have to look everybody. You're gonna look everybody dead in the eye. Go ahead.
Hiding my eyes
Show
from the
them.
audience.
Every episode, you guys, 130 episodes.
You never seen his eyes.
You never shown his face.
This feels foreign, bro.
Breaking
lights,
kayfabe.
those lights are all of a sudden very bright.
Ain't
They're
they?
bright. My eyes are.
They can see into your soul.
Look, just for the record, my eyes are always this low. Don't
It's
think
fine.
like they're.
I'm
ask
sure.
anybody that knows me.
I'm sure they look
Who's your
exactly
favorite
how
pilot?
everybody imagined they look.
Exactly. You feel me? So
Fine.
anyway, next topic. We talking about y'all
say you
fearless commander in chief, Donald Trump, who's determined to make enemies of all our friends and friends with all our enemies, apparently, because he's didn't put these tariffs out on Mexico, Canada, China. China didn't. Well, first of all, Mexico didn't sort of responded already with a little demonstrations of closing their borders to American visitors and stuff. Even though we know that that's the thing that can happen regularly, so it's not anything special. But then Canada is also responding with their. Well, we're not going to use American products and we're going to stop our exports and all this stuff. And also, the thing that made me want to make this a topic is not just that, but across the pond, we have China who's also responding to the tariff thing with not just we'll do tariffs too, but we'll do whatever y'all do, whatever energy y'all on, we own. They just like, you want tariff war? We do war. You want trade war? We do a trade war. You want war?
It's gonna be whatever.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
So we can do whatever.
Hey, and that's the one that triggers me the most because China, I'm not trying to fight with y'all, man. I don't want to fight China.
Okay, well, you're getting deep into this. Do you want?
Oh yes, let's go to
the.
my bad. Yes, yes. My bad. Yeah.
Sherman gets very enthusiastic. All right,
the political face on the fucking panel.
All right. Okay. Whew, man, that
it's short though.
This was crazy.
It's short though.
All right, here we go.
A short one? Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes.
Tonight, President Trump is set to give his first speech of his second term in office before a joint session of Congress. On social media, the president said that he will, quote, tell it like it is.
And the president will discuss a number of topics, including the economy. Overnight, 25% tariffs went into effect on some of America's largest trading partners. 25% is
not a small number, y'all.
We know. If I got a 25% discount, I'd be like, hallelujah.
25% raise?
Yeah, 25% raise. we know 25% is a lot. It's a lot.
Look at those tariffs and how it's going to impact us directly. Ross, good morning.
Good morning, Janelle and Jim. Yeah, according to economists, we could feel the effects within the next few weeks of these tariffs.
Oh, no.
With the
Not
price of
much.
oil, cars, and car parts all expected to increase in the short term.
Oh, my God.
And then it could take another 6 to 9 months to feel the effects on agriculture, toys, and home building supplies.
Thank you very much.
After
Burr
following
from
through
Canada.
on his threat,
The tariffs, they're all set.
President Trump says there's a simple solution for countries that want to avoid tariffs.
What they have to do is build their car plants, frankly, and other things in the United States, in which case they have no tariffs.
To make his point, Trump hosted the CEO
bullying,
of a
nigga.
Taiwanese
not
semiconductor chip
diplomacy.
manufacturing company who pledged to invest $100 billion in new manufacturing plants in the U.S. And he said Honda has ditched its plan to open a new plant in Mexico, opting instead for Indiana to avoid tariffs. But auto prices are still likely to increase. One study found a large SUV with parts from Mexico could jump $9,000.
Trade wars
Jesus.
are costly and nobody wins.
You said
Josh
parts?
Lipsky is a former State Department official who
That's
says
a
it will
part.
take time for these tariffs to pay off.
That doesn't happen overnight. That could take years. And in the meantime, there's huge cost of transition.
One recent study estimates the new tariffs could cost the average U.S. family more than $1,200 a year.
The kicker.
Now, I don't like that. I'm just saying.
We, the people, pay the
Well,
tariff.
who else is gonna pay the tariffs? It's
We
not
pay
gonna
the
be
tariff.
our country, our government, and if they do, they get the money from us.
Because they have to raise their prices to do business.
Yep.
Which means we have to pay more for the goods.
Because
And
the
the thing
government
is-
is not gonna supplement them.
The thing is, how
They're not
is
going to send us
this?
those stimmies. They're not going to do none of that.
Yeah, how do you think this is charged? Is the real question? How do you think this is charged?
Well,
You know what I mean?
What does it say?
All right, hold on.
I see you playing
Apologies,
with the display.
apologies.
Come on, DJ.
What? Give me some time, man. I got one
Begs the
screen.
question, do companies absorb the cost of tariffs,
Just the
or will
answer.
we have to pay more?
You're going to have to pay more. It doesn't mean
Like, right? That's crazy. That was the very
Why
next
would
thing
I
said.
think that they're going to make us pay less?
No, we
What?
pay for that.
Companies always do that
Yeah,
shit.
they're not going to all of a sudden just, I got this money to pay for these tariffs. No, I'm going to charge more for my shit to pay for these tariffs.
Bruh, even during COVID. I'm sorry. Let me
Go ahead.
just for a second.
Even during COVID.
Hold on. Even during COVID, I worked at Costco, and nothing slowed down. Nothing. No, we was
Essential.
expected to be, of course, essential. And there was no compensation. You know what they did? They just gave us more food. They just gave us free food.
So you get a pizza party? They love a pizza
That's
party.
it. And guess what? You know what? I was fucking grateful.
That's crazy.
To be
That's
working
exactly-
during that time was,
Bro, I was so grateful for that food during that time. It's fucked up. It's fucked up because really you should be getting more. You should be getting compensated for more. But in those times, I was still grateful for what I got.
yeah, they
you
got
know
to
what's
train to
funny,
be
man?
happy for the bare minimum.
You know
Yeah.
what's funny, and that's a complete difference from when you go to other countries, especially in over in the UK and stuff. When you go to try to tip people, they won't accept your tips in certain areas because they make more than enough money. They're not, whatever. So the fact that you a full-time employee and you happy about this free food because damn it, bitch, that's the least minimum that you giving me extra beyond what I already overwork for is it says a lot, bro. It says a lot because our country should operate better than this.
Yeah.
It should be
It
one,
really should.
one of the most wealthy nations in the world, on the whole planet.
But y'all,
You know
this
what I'm saying?
man ran on tariffs. He
Okay.
ran on that. I'm gonna tell
Do you want me to finish it? Was that the gist?
Finish
mean
it.
you're going to have to pay exactly what the tariff is, because there are all kinds of ways which some of this gets absorbed by companies and otherwise. But you as a consumer will very likely pay more for the products that are tariffed.
That Netflix bill gonna go up. You gonna pay a little bit more at the grocery store.
Yeah, for sure.
Your tax gonna
Netflix
go
gonna go up.
grocery
That's
store.
just like their
They
part of their
already
policy.
gonna go up.
Well, what I'm saying is
That's
just
their
the-
business model. They
these
raise
things,
prices
that
every single month.
$1,200 is just going to be in subtle ways throughout the year where you're just going to be like, God,
But yeah, the grocery store.
I didn't know
the
that went up $2.
manufacturers.
I didn't know that went up $5. You're going to see that. And
Because the stuff that
Yeah.
we
Don't
get,
have no car trouble.
and y'all know we get the
I'm
majority of
having
our.
car trouble, actually. I have an
We get our steel from Canada. The majority of our fucking wood for housing that we build is from
Lumber.
Canada.
Yeah.
All the fucking fruit and avocados specifically
Come from Mexico.
from Mexico and shit that we get. Like, this stuff is gonna have a huge impact on how we get down. And it's a power play. He want to see who gon' buckle down and come kiss the ring.
It is a
Yeah.
power play, but the way he's going about it is bullying. He's trying to bully these people into opening businesses over here
and the States.
in America. The problem is that only works if they cave. If they don't cave, we lose out because we import a lot from other countries.
But say he does
because we are only one country. So if they lose us, they're only losing one country. If we lose Canada, Mexico,
don't
China,
minimalize us though. We are like
I was about to say, there's a reason that he's making this bluff.
Can I finish my point?
Okay, go.
I mean, we gonna interject.
But can I finish my point? Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yes, I'm not minimalizing us. What I'm saying is their loss of one country's imports will not measure up to our loss of multiple countries' imports if everybody stopped fucking with us.
If everyone does,
everybody
got people on board.
We're not exporting the variety of what we're getting from everybody. So if we stop exporting fucking whiskey, they're not gonna lose housing. You feel me?
No.
Like that type of shit. We're not. If Mexico, Canada, China, and their allies decide to stop messing with us, they're gonna find ways to get whatever they're getting just from America.
It won't be an all thing.
We export computer chips and shit like that. Where our exports are, what we have is incredibly valuable to the world, and if we stop exporting it, they won't get it. So we do have some leverage.
Our marketplace is valuable. It's just being able to sell here is important.
I'm still going to agree that this tactic isn't really the right way to go about it. Is to push everybody around. And
why do y'all think that's what I'm?
We don't. We're just having a conversation, brother.
Okay.
We are just trying to hit every point.
I thought that's what y'all thought I was thinking. Like we ain't shit. I'm not thinking that.
I'm just trying to hit every point.
Join into the discourse and say that. But the problem is, I get what you're saying, and it's not really the greatest policy to. I don't know. It's not the greatest stance to have if you want to get along with other people. But it's not like we don't have something to back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The problem is that is whether or not you feel like we should be gambling this. Because to be real, if you knew 100% that everything that we were doing was going to give us America an advantage over the rest of the world that would have no backlash, would you be back it? As long as it didn't do anything.
If it meant
evil.
to alienate us from the rest of the world, I wouldn't.
No, not alienate, but ruffle some feathers. Some people would be mad.
But ultimately, it would play out to our favor.
Yes, exactly.
But that's how we've been operating. Has it not been?
Nah, man, we got to cater to a lot of people, and a lot of people got to cater to us.
Everything we do is for the benefit of us. Even the people we give money to, that's for the benefit of us.
That's the whole point of diplomacy, though, is that we don't get everything we want. So you're saying would I be okay with us not being diplomatic then? If we didn't have to be.
Which is kind of how
I
Trump
disagree. But I disagree with not being diplomatic because I understand the world is built on relationships.
Yeah, and he is destroying a lot of them.
Yeah, he would disagree. That's the point. Said he would disagree. He would be like, "No, the world is built on I have everything."
Yes,
right. Fuck you.
But let's look at how this has played out before. We have had leaders that have done this before. Hitler is the most popular one. He thought the same exact thing, and look how that turned out. It just so happened that in this case, we would be the Germany instead. And we're stronger than Germany was back then.
Just so you know,
but still.
And not that I advocate this, but Hitler's kind of making a comeback. It's worrying, actually. But he is. His ideology is, and Kanye is probably is all about that. But that's the problem is
Hitler making a comeback.
Bringing up these examples. You're bringing up these examples and I don't disagree with you, but other people are literally like going the opposite direction, and they're not listening to these logical. It is sad. Yeah. They're not listening to these logical arguments where you're like, but Hitler was this guy, and then there are people online that are like, well, Hitler was the kind of guy you could shake hands with. Like there's people that are saying shit like that.
The problem is when we're dealing with America, those Hitler ideologies, they're going to trickle down to us. So if they do fucking concentration camps, they're not going to look for Jews. They're going to target Negroes because America hates Negroes for whatever reason. Like we did something wrong to them. Even beyond the immigrants, they will concentrate us before they concentrate the Mexicans.
They already got that in the works with the Guantanamo. They trying to.
But they can only do that because we have fought to become more citizens.
They got to get a little more creative.
But if they adopt the ideology that they're going back to, that Brian's talking about, that's bad for all of us. That's bad for all of us. And I definitely, for one, don't want to see no Hitler come back. Especially not with American technology.
Not in the 2020s. Get up out of here, nigga.
Come on.
We can't
why is Hitler's sympathy even a thing?
We don't know where. We just don't know where any of this is going.
Hey, I've heard people say, "Well, he was a painter. He left art." I don't give a fuck. He gassed people.
Millions of people.
I don't give a fuck.
Millions of people.
I don't give a fuck if he raised baby chickens. He gassed people.
But did you see his fruit bowl painting?
Ricky Gervais does this thing where, and he just does it. He's a comedian. You know who Ricky Gervais is.
Yes.
But he does this thing where he'll pull out a picture of.
Is he the creator of The Office?
He'll pull out a picture of baby.
Creator?
Huh? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. He's the original creator of The Office. The original Office.
I tried to get it. You came in with the fact. God damn.
It happens.
He'll pull out a picture of baby Hitler and he'll say, "Oh, look, that's Hitler as a baby. Would you kill him?" That's the way he'll bust out the picture. I don't know. I'm not gonna pull it up, but yeah.
That's the maybe Thanos theory.
Is it in hindsight or knowing what I know? Because if it's knowing what I know, off that baby, nigga. If it's with no hindsight, hell no.
We gonna get into a time travel discussion.
Imagine trickle down that would happen.
Think
about it. Would not be the world that we are in.
I thought about it.
We would have a parallel universe.
I thought about it.
Wait, think about this, y'all. Think about this. Okay, we've all been raised Christian, right? So we've been raised on the Bible where they taught us
your
that.
finger was real close to my face.
I'm sorry. It felt like it was going real far too. My bad. But we've been raised Christian. So we read in the Bible where it was a practice of the pharaohs to off all the babies trying to get to one fucking baby and all that. So it's historically, if we go off of that, it's happened. So I'm already would be a little desensitized if it came down to that situation, especially for the better good, because he was trying to do that to kill the Messiah. I would be trying to do that to end a fucking dictator that's going to gas thousands of people.
You talking about kill the baby?
Yeah, kill the baby thing. Yeah. Y'all seen Prince of Egypt? What was that painting that was throwing up, feeding all them babies to the alligators? They didn't give a fuck. And those babies probably would have never been in here.
It'll cause a whole different
the butterfly effect?
Yeah. It wouldn't be like pluck out Hitler and then all of a sudden
it wouldn't be another Hitler rising in his face.
It'd be a whole different world.
My theory,
he might be a Nexus being.
If a butterfly wing could change the world,
my theory is that
did we?
I mean, like in the course of history, like you take him out, that's a whole different. It's a whole different world.
We were kind of minding our business over here until we had to fight in World War II because of it.
Changed the world. That's what I'm saying.
We kind of could have been our own thing.
Created a world power with the Allied forces.
No.
The UN and all that.
My theory is that my solid theory on time is that if you go in time to interrupt it, you're the reason that it happens. That's my theory.
So he was Hitler.
If Sherman went to kill Hitler, he'd be the reason that there was a Hitler. Or if I went, like my thought is that if you decide to go take action, you are the cause of that event. That it will happen no matter what. You're the cause of the event. That's my determination.
My counter to that would be if that was an event that already happened, whether you interfered or not.
It would be a loop. Yeah, it would be a time loop.
Couldn't be.
It would. Yeah. Why not?
It couldn't be, because at one point, if I don't,
it's already a loop. Happens. It's already a loop. If you go back in time to kill baby Hitler, then it's already a loop.
Then
it would have had to happen.
You already did that.
But Hitler would have had to already happen, is what I'm saying. So if I don't go back, what I'm telling you is it wouldn't change.
No, you just made my point. Yeah, Hitler would already have had to have happened. So it's a loop either way. That's the whole point.
You mean me going back with me? Hitler already existed.
Mm-hmm. He's the reason that you went back.
Oh, well, then that's redundant. So would I rather Hitler not ever have been born? Probably would be the more accurate question.
We got way.
We all into Hitler. This ain't even got nothing to do with China no more.
Welcome to the You Alive podcast dedicated to...
Where was we going with this? And we need to put it in the comments.
We can put it in the
comments.
How y'all
feel about these tariffs in China and war? Are y'all ready for World War III?
Oh, man.
I
have this whole explanation. We talked about it, and the guy had explained it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
if we have to be drafted, would y'all be willing to go fight?
I'm filling up the prisons, bro.
With all of us, think about it, with our allies to the north and to the south of us being at odds, and China threatening to retaliate across the sea. How comfortable are y'all right now in America?
Well, I'll say this. If they start drafting women, equal rights.
Equal rights.
Equal rights.
I'm
just
Come
saying.
On. You know? Equal drafts?
Yeah, I'm just saying, we got to get out there and we'll fight shoulder to shoulder.
Trump's trying to keep women and diversity out of the army, though.
That's crazy. Bullets have no gender. That is crazy.
And that's where you want to be. You want to be in a gender-free environment, right out there on the battlefield. All right, we good? Can we go? Somebody give me the sign.
Y'all let us know in the comments.
All right.
We out of there.
And we're back.
We back at him.
Welcome. Oh wait, we already did that, huh? No.
Can we just say thank y'all for sticking in?
Yeah. Thank y'all for sticking
Those
around.
who are still watching it. We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
To,
Make sure y'all like and share.
to
And
everybody. Yeah, it's not completely smooth. I don't know if it's our internet connection or what, but we the chat it comes in really slowly for us, so we don't see everything y'all saying. So but we do take interest in all of it. So yeah, thank y'all for sticking around. Yeah. So thank y'all for watching.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank
Oh, well, yeah, on that note.
You next.
Thanks, Sherman.
Anytime.
That's my subject. And my subject, yeah, exactly. I know. My subject is Bill Burr versus Ben Shapiro, with more specifically talking about, Luigi.
Well, who is Bill Burr and who is Ben Shapiro?
I know Bill Burr.
That's a great question.
I am familiar with Bill Burr.
A lot of people are.
Actually, all right, no, they're right though. Bill Burr is a well-known comedian, right? He's really good. I think he's one of my favorite, maybe top 5, maybe one of my top 5 comedians.
Good, shocking, intelligent kind of.
Yeah. He's just got good.
He reminds me of the white Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even the way he tells his jokes sometimes.
He's just a good observational comedian. People listen to comedians with a grain of salt. Nowadays.
Which is crazy because they have a lot of the best insight sometimes. But go ahead.
Well, with a grain of salt, that's what I'm saying. Is I think in truth, people do listen to comedians, but they don't listen to them and take everything that they say full sale. As opposed to the media, which expects to be taken completely seriously, and they'll,
Well, that's their job.
Yeah,
the comedian's job is to make you laugh.
Bill Burr and a lot of other comedians are like this too. But he has his stances and he just talks about it, and they believe in free. I think comedians are the true believers of free speech.
They utilize it every time
they are the truest believers of free speech, where they're saying something where they're like, what I'm saying is not really hurting anybody.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah, they manipulate it. That's crazy.
And so he was just talking about how it's understandable why people wouldn't be sympathetic towards a billionaire being murdered on the street. But because he's caused so many lives because he's trying to save a bottom line. That is what he was saying. But I'm pulling a Sherman here. Yeah, let me pull up.
You deep in it. But it was a good
framing.
See how
easy it can be.
It was a good framing.
I am my own producer, but shut up.
See, we can't hurry you along because you're the hurrier. Yeah.
So we'll take Ben Shapiro. We'll listen to Ben Shapiro first because he deserves our respect.
And Ben is just a political talking head. Yeah.
He's a pretty I don't want to say influential, but he has a large following. Yeah. He's a big voice for that particular sector of politics.
A talking head, just be talking.
Yeah.
He's not
like he said.
I'm sorry, you guys.
He does run. What's the company that they work at that Candace Owens was fired from? The Daily Wire.
I don't know.
Here's Bill Burr yesterday explaining that he is perfectly fine with CEOs having to live with full-time security because they fear they might be, because after all, they're murderers too.
None of these news programs are talking about the incredible lack of empathy from the general public about this because of how these insurance companies treat people.
Pause it real quick, Mike. Pause it. We actually talked about that on the show, and I literally said something like that about the lack of empathy that everybody was showing in this situation for this nigga.
Yeah.
We literally, so off top, I know this nigga's telling the truth.
And they are at their most vulnerable after we've all given them our money every month, and now we finally need you, and all you do is deny us. By and large, you're all a bunch of selfish, greedy pieces of shit, and a lot of you are mass murder.
I got to pause because you know what, Ben Shapiro, your problem was you played this full cut and people was like, hey, you come over here clapping, man. They're like, go on, Bill.
He didn't know he made Bill fight for him.
I'm over here like, Bill's right.
You just don't pull the trigger. That's why it looks clean. That's why these people look, oh my God, oh, he was just, walking into a hotel. It's like, okay, but what was his job? What did he do? What was the results of it?
Okay,
Okay, Bill Burr is and a piece of.
It's great commentary, Ben.
Professionally.
Okay, and I'm gonna
He
say
offered
this.
no counter to that. By the way,
I got one more clip to play before this,
Ben
but
Shapiro offered no
before
counter
I
to
get into that, I'm
It
gonna
was
say
attack. They call it a fallacy in logic.
I'm gonna say this one more time about the Luigi thing, because I feel like this says a lot about it. I saw it. I saw when the early headlines, I saw them. I read it. I saw that the dude walks up and murdered a billionaire CEO, and I was like, huh. I shrugged it off.
Me too.
I shrugged it off. I was like, okay, well, that's passable news. I didn't know it was going to break open like that.
From
like
the
I didn't
status
know.
alone, I mean, it's gonna be a.
Yeah,
not just because he was a billionaire, but when it came out what he was the CEO of, connected to a lot of people who had
the problem was
terror stories with them.
I thought the
Not
status
horror
alone was gonna
stories,
make it news.
terror stories.
I could not feel for this man.
I still can't.
I couldn't.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I can understand the arguments that people are making. This is a person, he had a family and all of that. And I couldn't feel for this man. He had everything. This man had everything, and somebody came after him because of it.
I can feel for him on the base level
of you lost,
losing your life,
the humanity part
and
of
his
it.
family losing him,
and his family losing him. Unless he was like a jerk like that,
Let's
to his
be
family
real,
too.
though. His family,
it could
be that way.
His family is financially comfortable right now.
But at the same time, to Brian's point, it's hard to feel that compassion when your daily struggle in your daily life literally depends on people that sit behind these desks and make certain decisions about your life, and they're removed from that shit. He will never have to worry about if he can afford healthcare for his family. So that doesn't touch him when he makes those decisions, or when they go up to the top and they say denied, even though you're paying into this. This is not free money. I just want everybody to remember this. This with the insurance industry, we're not asking for free money. We're not asking for handouts. This is shit that we've paid into
over a course of years.
Over the course of years, on the basis of ever having to need insurance. So for as much as they deny people, and as much as people die from that shit or lose their lives shortly because of they can't have certain things,
or lives ruined because they can't pay certain.
It's hard. It's hard to fathom. It's hard to fathom showing sympathy for the people who can actually make those decisions, because we can't. Yeah. We're like, nigga, if I had his job, I would just approve. You know, they pay for it, I would just approve. But we're not in those positions, so it's hard to fathom somebody in that position that makes those decisions and then care about what happens to them as a result. What was the name of the shit? Consequences, FAFO? Fuck around and find out. And that's the long way around it. He's just at the top of it.
And I guess to his overall point, the Shapiro guy, that he's an asshole, Bill, for not caring that billionaires have to walk around with security guards. Not a big deal for a billionaire.
Not a big deal for
Not a big deal for a billionaire. If that's all you got to do, that's not a big deal.
You might argue that it's a prerequisite.
You might already
argue that you shouldn't be on the street like a regular ass man if you're worth billions.
At the risk of a bad pun, it should fit the bill for y'all to get one as a billionaire, nigga. Bill shouldn't even have to tell you to get one. I know, it was a bad one. I said it was gonna be. But shit, it should already be in the bill. You should already, if you make $1 billion, you should already have security. It's not, I know security that will come and work for you $15 an hour. That's nothing.
Yeah. Hey, well,
it may not be the best, but you'll have them.
You're pulling the trigger on human lives, and you're feeling real secure when you're walking on the sidewalk. You know, and I'm like, hey man, if I was worth billions, I wouldn't be walking down in crowded public area. No.
Who was that? Was that Cat Williams that said you cannot go into the club, say fuck everybody in the club, and then expect to walk out the motherfucking club?
I have one more clip here.
Go ahead.
This is just I think this is the original sound off for Bill Burr, and he just his rants can be really good. If I can find, okay,
it might be the best. You know,
he has some good. Yeah, he has some good rants here, and it's just what he says. And this was his initial reaction, I think. So
what's going on in New York? We were just talking about it. That CEO got United is the biggest healthcare company in the world. Dude, that's a big whacking.
You know what's funny? I was sitting there reading an article about it. They go, oh, he's such a great guy. He had a wife and kids, and he's such a great guy. And then you find out he and the other guys he's working for are getting sued for $121 million for dumping a stock and not letting the other people know. It's like, there's your motive.
Dude, anytime I hear CEO of one of the biggest healthcare, it's like you don't wish it on anybody. You feel horrible for his kids and his wife, of course. But dude, when I saw that, and I saw
what is more heartless than a fucking CEO in healthcare? The decisions that they make. This is the thing. I'm not saying what happened should have happened, but I'm just for them to be like, oh, this is like, why would anybody want to do this? It's like they're denying claims and people are dying. The food supply is poison. The fucking motive out there is wild. They're gangsters, dude.
I'm actually surprised there's not more.
Whacked or something. They're like, oh, look good. He was such a good guy. It's a dirty.
I don't know if y'all want to keep listening to that. There's about 2 more minutes of it, but he's just. I mean, come on.
I'm honestly surprised there's not more Luigis out there, given everything he just said, bro. Yeah. It's amazing that they have us so docile and conditioned and in check that there's not more Luigis out there.
Because you hear those talking points. I think too often you hear people say how laughable our healthcare system is. You hear people talking about how people are denied insurance claims so often, and they're just like talking points that you hear across. Any different platform. We've said it here multiple times, but shit still happens.
I'll even argue that it's been a talking point for decades, and now it's gotten so bad that somebody went out and killed somebody, and nobody cared.
Didn't have the impact people think it should.
Nobody cared,
or at least the media thinks.
Nobody cared.
No, everybody's like, and
nobody cared. And you know what everybody else knows about this is that nobody's going to learn a lesson from this. No. Nobody's gonna learn a lesson from this. Well, billionaires are gonna double down, and they're gonna make healthcare even harder for everybody. And everything's gonna get hard because greed is a hard thing to overcome, especially when you got everything and can charge even more.
Until there are more Luigis and more people stop using these insurance places, because until you affect their dollar, you're right. There's not going to be any change. You have to.
Boy, they got that shit so wrapped up. Your job is going to sign you up for it before you even.
And your government is going to make you get it. And that to me is a scam that these private companies are in league with our government to work together against us, to charge us.
And they're going to use that money, lobby with them. And now we got this whole fucking corrupt, greedy ass system that we in right now.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, because we've allowed it to become the norm that this is how insurance should play out. This is how it goes. We joke about it when we get insurance, and we tell other people about insurance. Yeah, but if I get in a car accident, I know my insurance is going to do everything they can to not pay out. But that should not be the norm. That should not be how things happen. And it should be illegal for insurance companies to not pay out to people that need them. But
I'm sure we've all done this, and I've done it like probably today. You have this does not compute loop where it's like we pay you every month so that when something happens, you pay out for us. And then when something happens, you do everything that you can to not pay us back.
You even have the ability to say no. But how does that even an option?
But it's illegal for us to not be in business with you.
Right.
Seems like only one party's interests are protected.
Right. And it's not the people who voted for the motherfuckers to enforce those protections.
I don't know if this is a policy in other countries or if it's more effective, but here the greed went all the way into the policy, and the policy itself doesn't do what it's supposed to do, which is to make sure that when something happens, people are taken care of and damages.
You know what I'm saying?
But instead, what ends up happening is something went down, and they're literally making it hell for anybody who has insurance. We're paying you for this convenience, and it is the most inconvenient thing in the world, and it's still preferable to not having it.
Insurance, because the companies are all in bed with the insurers.
It's still preferable to not having it. So insurance is one of the worst inventions in the world because it's an idea that nobody needed.
It's an idea that nobody needed or asked for.
I think the idea is a beautiful thing.
The idea would be beautiful if it wasn't so easily exploitable.
Yeah.
It's so easily exploitable. Y'all was just telling me about the hospital thing where the person went to the hospital and their thing was their procedure was this much, and that was without insurance. But then when you get insurance, that same procedure is
now they know you have insurance
because they know you have insurance. So they're incentivized to only treat people with insurance. and that sets up. It makes it fucked up for us.
Yeah,
bruh.
I think the two things that, of course, our elected officials is a big mess. You know, it's a big mess, and then our healthcare system is like, what? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, Canada is as inconvenient as maybe the structure may be. They got free healthcare.
Out here, you
that's
better
one thing
off,
they don't have to worry about. With everything they probably have to worry about out there.
out
They
here,
said-
you better off just taking some Robitussin
Yeah,
and going to sleep. Waking up and hoping you feel
literally
better.
every American. They said if you had to charge me a certain dollar amount, permanently, or give me free healthcare, or give me what we have right now, everybody would vote for free healthcare.
Yeah.
Everybody would fucking vote for free healthcare,
bro.
And the government knows it. That's the problem.
That's the
why
problem.
isn't it on the ballot? Because they know everybody would do what we would vote for our taxes to go towards free healthcare.
Because Chris already answered it. He said those same insurers, they what did you say? They pay and what you call it with the political figures, lobby with the political figures, and they don't want to lose out on their money.
And where is our money tied up? Our money's tied up. It's a
that whole cycle.
And the fucked up thing is, if you think about it on the surface, we already mandatorily pay every time. We pay in our paychecks, we pay taxes, we pay when we buy shit. We already pay into this thing.
Tax,
so if we had to make a choice to continue life without having a choice in doing it, of course we would do that instead of deal with the fucking healthcare shit we
I
got
don't
now.
understand registration, car registration. I don't understand that.
I don't think you should ever have to update your registration unless you're selling your vehicle.
It is mine. It is still mine since the last time I registered. We didn't. Yeah.
Insurance, man.
No. I understand. I had to take a deep breath myself.
Bro, it's insurance though. That's just ass, bro.
No, I get it. Insurance is bullshit, and that's why somebody got murdered.
That's why somebody got murdered over
in America. That's why somebody got murdered over it.
But in other countries, the citizens rise up a lot more than what we do over here.
You
in
said it
censuses
earlier.
Like yes,
they've made us feel like this is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And if you say anything else, you rocking the boat, you going against the grain, you doing too much, you all that, right?
I think you automatically know the government's going to be against you.
Yeah, and I think there's an illusion of power even with the government. I think that they're getting there, but they're not there yet. And I think that people can turn on a dime and really put the government in chaos if they wanted to. And and they don't understand that. Even in the most technologically advanced era, people are always going to have the edge. They're always going to be able to fuck you up.
Because we know that
if we were so afraid, nobody would have showed up.
No. Here's the problem.
That speaks of the boldness of the population.
Yes.
That's one.
I mean, more people are afraid. What I mean is, they have got us so conditioned that the consequences that will come to us and the lack of support we'll have in those consequences is so adamant that we know for sure. Well, it's probably not in our best interest.
Let me ask you something.
We know we could do it.
What's the far end?
Change all of this.
What's the far end of the spectrum of that? When you're afraid of consequences, when it goes too far, what does it end up being? It ends up being nothing to lose, and that's what happens is. When you have people in a repressed state, when it's just like, well, what the
right? That's what they're pushing us to. That's what I think they're pushing us to.
What I'm saying is the people in this. I think this is what the Luigi situation is the person says anything is better than this.
When he got to,
that's what they're pushing us to, bro.
I'll go and fucking kill somebody right now.
I think they're pushing us to that.
And I don't think oppression is as easy as people think it is, and that's why it always either falls apart or it doesn't just fall. If it doesn't fall apart, it crushes a country. You know what I mean?
It's not as easy anymore over here. I'll tell you that because niggas they overcame it before, and I'll be damned if y'all gonna keep trying to reoppress us.
Somebody manages to.
I don't think we never got out of it.
I mean,
if somebody manages
more oppress
it's
us,
the same oppression, bro. They just been morphing the
beast. It's different. Yeah, you're right.
If somebody manages to oppress the entire planet, then maybe they'll be able to run it efficiently. Because then there'll only be one system. But
there are escapes. All right.
That's that one world government that they scared us to death of.
I'm not wishing for that. I'm not wishing for that at all. I don't want to see. I don't want to see that happen at all. But
New World Order and shit. I like diversity. I actually like going different places and experiencing different cultures. and having different food and collecting different monies and shit.
I don't mind the idea of the world being under one flag, but we all know what that sounds like.
The 47%,
47%, brother.
That was a 47% statement, Brian.
America, Gulf of America, Sea of America.
The only way we get to a one flag world is if an alien show up wanting to smoke. If aliens show up wanting to smoke, we're gonna unite as one planet. If they come on the friendly shit, we still gonna be like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, I agree.
They just want to smoke and shit. We still gonna be doing the same.
Other than that, then it's a game of risk, man. Somebody gonna, it's either we gonna have eternal war or somebody gonna win the board. We don't know.
I don't think anybody ever win the board, man. Too many pieces.
All you got to do is have one really, really good piece. Apparently, the atomic bomb wasn't good enough to win the world. It wasn't good enough to win the world. That was
actually it did. It won the world for a little bit.
No. Pump faking with theirs.
Yes,
it wasn't really.
It didn't win the world. Everybody stopped. It was like
it was a healthy respect.
Everybody was like, hold on.
Okay, but it gave the world pause though. It gave them pause. Bro, it gave them so much pause to where they was like, okay, look, we got to promise that nobody's gonna do this shit again.
Yeah, because that was
crazy.
And then as soon as they made that promise, all of them was like, get our spies to America.
Quickly, see what they do.
No. As soon as they made that promise, the major countries start saying, let's work on our own version of this.
Oh yeah, they went straight to America. They got all them equations. Yeah,
bro, they all got their own versions of that A-bomb, bro.
For sure. Yeah, but let us know in the comments below.
This is a political heavy show.
Know in the comments below.
Come on.
Man, what was my subject here? I don't even know how to spell that. Bill? Oh, that's right. Is Bill Burr right? Do you guys agree with Bill Burr, or is he an asshole? Do you guys understand why something like this would happen? This elitist nature, this whole oligarchy situation that we got going on with the government and all of that.
Say we in one now, huh?
Do you feel like that's the situation, or do you feel like it's overblown? Do you agree with Bill, or do you believe with Ben Shapiro, who says he's an asshole and
who is he?
I think it's a light oligarchy. As long as we still have political figures that's not on the side or buying in, then I think there's still a chance.
That's what the kids call.
We're in a soft oligarchy, though.
That's copium.
A soft oligarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Soft oligarchy.
All right, but yeah, that's it.
There we go. Yeah, there it is.
Give me the sign. All right, there we go. Oh shoot, my bad. And we're back.
And like that.
And we're back.
Yeah.
But you didn't give me that.
No. They don't pay us nothing.
Y'all don't see, yeah. No.
That has been another episode of You Alive.
You Alive.
Good epispisode too. Not heavy on the You Alive.
We got an outro song.
There was one or two of them, I think. Y'all can check the You Alive ledger and see him and his song. He really wants to let the song off his heart.
Hey, if I sample these songs on our social media, can y'all give us your honest opinion on them?
Oh man, so convoluted.
But
all right,
what we talked about? We talked about little kids getting slapped across the face and an uppercut.
Kidslappers. Uppercut slap.
I'm not feeding into it.
And we also talked about trumping
and upper slut.
Okay. Oh, wow. You're a child, man.
I just said upper slut.
And then he doubled down. Let's move past that.
And Trump trumping. And we also talked about Bill Burr, Ben Shapiro, and his take on some comments Bill made.
If y'all know,
I suppose that's accurate.
And then it also
it's no fun.
It hit on a bunch of different stuff too. You know, we was all over the place.
Hey, we was all over the place, man. We was in Hitler for a minute.
I'm blaming that vodka you got. I'm blaming that vodka.
Yeah.
All over the place. But it was a good episode. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time.
Had a great time.
If y'all enjoyed yourself, make sure you put it in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and continue to say it because it's gonna help the algorithm. Also, you can follow us on all of our stuff and mainly 805ent.com. Visit the site Check the merch. He's the only one repping today.
You can type it in like that.
We got a beautiful camera for it too. Huh?
I'll give you the QR. I'll give you the QR.
No,
stop.
We're gonna do a merch commercial one day.
One of these days, maybe you can use your song.
Floating
We can be dressed decked out, and then you will like merch for your song.
Use our songs. We have songs, y'all.
Yes, sir. And then what else we got on there? Our personal
music
site.
video.
Our personal site.
You can find me on Instagram. That's where I'm still at doing graphic design sometimes, but not really all the time. C-Boy Designs. Holla at your boy. That's where I'm at. And I heard him. I thought I heard a message, but did you hear that too, Brian? I heard something.
So that's Maury's fault, and it's not fair if Maury did that because he knows to record.
You know what? I was about to let it pass, but if it came from Maury,
that would be a setup. That's not fair.
If it came from Maury, we'll send him a message and say thank you.
Well done. No. That's
say
not
thank you.
Fair.
Nah, it is fair.
He knows he's recording right now. Why would he text me right now?
Did you even put your phone on vibrate? All right. Well,
whose responsibility is that, man?
Because I did, but I turned the volume down on my volume, and not my ring.
Anybody who's been watching this show since the beginning know your phone go off, then your shot goes off.
That is a Sherman specific rule. It has been made because of him.
You know what?
You changed the game. For real.
He's a game changer. He is. Yes, he's the Shaq. He's the Shaq of July.
Hold on, because I'm finna tell Maury his ass got me.
He go hard in the paint.
Yeah, well, why are you telling Maury that somebody poured this nigga a shot?
And then
he got the bottle too.
Look, you know what he does.
He over here playing games right now.
Brian, tell him where you at.
Where can I be found? You can find me. There's a whole song about this, you guys. But Happy Day 24 on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Was rolling on dubs.
You know, I'm trying to get my Twitter game up. I don't understand it. How do you browse on something that's not a website or Firefox or Chrome? I don't know. I thought those were web browsers. That's where you go to get your news. I don't know, man. I'm so stuck. In any case, yeah, that's where you can find me. BW24, Mind of Cal on Twitch.
Sometimes.
I game a lot, man. I've been playing Monster Hunter. But in any case, Sherman. Yeah, where can I find you, sir?
Found on
SRD on all my platforms. No,
I mean, you could have.
Hey,
we'll play it.
Yeah. We got a song, man, and it say you got all that on it. But yeah, all my platforms. I mean, all my social media platforms are at.
Y'all see that in there? Dark Corners of Web. If you on IG, if you on Bumble, it doesn't matter.
What did I say last time? Just say Sir D 3 times. I'll pop up.
And he will have candy. He'll have actual candy. So, yeah. Well, you know.
I have grown-up candy and I have family-friendly candy, so
depends on what kind of candy you're looking for, I guess. But yeah, there you go.
Yep. Anything else?
I guess we're good.
Oh yeah, go ahead and get that punch. Any comments while we're here too?
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm highly aware. She's been watching the WWE too, the Hitler thing. Hey, man.
I thought you were going to say WWE for a second. It's like, me too. John Cena went heel. It's crazy shit going on right now.
Did you see that? I ain't even been watching it and I seen that shit.
Come on, man. Come on. You don't know how to do it. Come on.
But for The Rock, is The Rock really pulling like that up there?
I don't really like what The Rock doing right now.
But is he really making moves like that up there? Like,
he's a big part of it right now. He's driving the major storyline. Right?
Really?
I heard the WWE is really popular right now.
It's huge right now. It's come back around.
I have to pull up.
We gotta go to a show. If they ever come back around this way, man, y'all better pull up with you, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be a life-changing experience for you.
There's not many things for me, but that's one of the things where I'm just like,
come to the show.
I'll go. I'll go gladly. I'll enjoy the experience. But I
keep looking. They ain't coming to Bakersfield no time soon.
I reserve the right to just be like, after something like,
I'm gonna tell the whole crowd too. He don't like it. They gonna stomp you out.
Right? They're gonna be throwing beer at you and shit.
And that will ironically make me like that.
Or look, I got stomped out. It was crowd participation is amazing.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah, see, now you get it. Now you get it. And now y'all get it. Stomp us out. Come on.
And these internet streets. Yes, yeah.
And these internet streets. But yeah. In any case,
said, if you don't take that shot,
look, I'm struggling.
Look, you see,
you
see you over here.
Y'all gotta understand this shit nasty and it's strong.
From what we know, these deans take these shots and sips.
Hey, it's strong and this shit's nasty.
Yeah, it is nasty, but you know, one shot and it's over. In any case,
that's why I miss Maury. Maury validates my shot taking.
Are we still in the outro?
We are. We can get up out of there, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in as long as y'all have. Make sure y'all follow us again on the 805 ENT, all across the channels, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. Hit us on the personal social media.
We did that already. Good.
Anything else I need to know? Like, share, subscribe.
And hey, like, share, subscribe, but also tune into our Blow by Blow, y'all. Check it out. You will enjoy it. Even if you don't watch the shit that we're covering, you will enjoy those videos.
The commentary.
I promise you.
For sure.
Check it out.
It's on our partner
The
channel.
Blow by Blow on YouTube. Check it out.
And one more time, check it out at 805ent.com. We have it listed. The Blow by Blow is growing. We're making more stuff, but it is definitely something that you will enjoy and watch and have on in the background. So go on and do that.
Yes, sir.
But please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
No. This is
Shut up. You a lie. Hey, we out of here. My phone. I was really like,
wow.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Music video. You alive.